you're seeing dead bodies, you're seeing your friends die, you're seeing your friends get injured, you're getting injured, you're stuck in a place, or you've been stuck in scenarios where it can affect you.
I have chest injuries, ribs injuries.
When I was fighting in Zaporizhia, our unit was completely cut off from everyone else. Those of us that were wounded were evacuated later on in the day.
I'd say everyone needs some kind of rehabilitation. Most of the people need even physical one, but for sure I'd say 100% need mental.
Hi, today we will talk about war, rehabilitation, why it matters and how can you help. This war in Ukraine is the biggest war since the Second World War in Europe, and it's a brutal one. Soldiers who are fighting this war, they are not meant to be soldiers. They're farmers, IT people, students, and after such a brutal experience they need help to come back to a peaceful life. That's why we are here today. It's a special medical facility dedicated to bring people back to a peaceful life. They're fighting for Ukraine and for the peaceful Europe. And they agreed to share their stories anonymously. So we will cover their faces because they want to come back to the front line after rehabilitation. This is their story.
Hi, I'm James, I'm 33 years old, and I'm from the United Kingdom. I'm part of the International Legion, the GUR. I have been since March 15th, 2022. I'm part of a special missions unit, a team in 2nd Squadron, where we perform duties on multiple Eastern fronts.
My call sign is Ilaya, and I'm Ukrainian Canadian. I was born in Ukraine. Most of my life I lived in Canada. So I'm Canadian citizen, but Ukrainian here. I served in the International Legion, and then I moved on to Recce.
My name is Axel, I'm from the United States. I was a former US Marine, and I decided to come to Ukraine to help. I'm a team leader, and I'm also the team lead for the sniper team. I think like a lot of other people that decided to come, I didn't want to sit at home and not try to do something. And when I came here, I didn't understand what I'd be doing. You know, I was open-minded to whatever. If it would have been as a driver or a frontline soldier or anything, it would have been fine with me, as long as I could do something to help.
I started fighting in March 2022, like right, let's say a week after the invasion. And it was defending Kyiv, northwest Kyiv. That's when I had a shell shock, a bad shell shock and stuttering and all this.
We've had multiple times in multiple situations, in multiple locations where we've been on boats, land, wherever, and we've come under altercations with the Russian forces.
I have chest injuries, ribs injuries, liver injuries, and also just a general body injuries even from like carrying a heavy plate carrier and a whole bunch of stuff. But also fatigue and anger issues, stuttering, all this.
When I was fighting in Zaporizhia, our unit was completely cut off from everyone else. That's when I was wounded, so was several other guys. Those of us that were wounded were evacuated later on in the day.
You've got mines, you've got artillery, and then you've got all your physical things that can hurt your body and hurt you, missing limbs, etc., etc. And then you've got the other situation of where you're seeing dead bodies, you're seeing your friends die, you're seeing your friends get injured, you're getting injured, you're stuck in a place, or you've been stuck in scenarios where it can affect you. It's different to any other war that's been in the last, 20 years, I'd say, in a multitude of seriousness of like 2 countries going to war. So yeah, I'd say like a lot of people will be needing rehabilitation. Anyone who's sat in a trench, anyone who's held a position, anyone who's assaulted a position, anyone who's been in contact, anyone who's been pinned down by artillery, tanks, aviation, tracked vehicles, armored vehicles, anything like that.
So the transfer from going from a military life to civilian life, it does have challenges, and it can be difficult. I myself faced some challenges when I left the military in the United States. It was difficult to find employment for the first couple of months. You have a lot of companies that'll say they'll hire vets, but then it sometimes turns out to not be exactly how they portrayed it.
I'd say everyone needs some kind of rehabilitation. Most of the people need even physical one, but for sure I'd say 100% need mental.
I think for here, such programs are very important as well, especially for soldiers that are coming back from front lines, because you have a lot of soldiers that have been in forward positions for a year or more without a break. And I think those are the guys that definitely need some help. They need to get, taken care of. I mean, they've given so much and they keep giving.
What I've seen here, I expect to come more whole than I'm right now, and healed both physically, problems which I have in my body, and also mentally as well. I expect to be a happier man and more relaxed man, yeah.
Основна наша лікувальна база – це грязелікарня і водолікарня. Використані для лікування процедури, грязі, ванни дають швидкий результат. За 2-3 тижні після лікування хворий відчуває значне покращення загального стану, поранених кінцівок або травмованих, а також шлунково-кишкового тракту.
Миргородська мінеральна водичка належить до лікувальних вод і хлориду натрію, які лікуються при захворюванні шлунково-кишкового тракту, переважно з пониженою кислотністю. Вона знімає запальні процеси шлунково-кишкового тракту, лікує холецистити, панкреатити, а також знижує цукор в крові. Має жовчогінну дію, має послаблюючу дію.
Для наших військовослужбовців, які проходять реабілітацію на базі одного з наших санаторіїв, ми застосовуємо весь спектр обстеження по серцево-судинній, по опорно-руховому апарату, надаємо консультації лікарів, травматолога та невропатолога, проводимо спеціальні аналізи для них, і потім уже все це разом сумує лікар-реабілітолог і назначає правильний реабілітаційний план лікування на базі нашого санаторію. І вже через деякий час, через тиждень, через 5-7 днів ми бачимо результати дуже позитивні в якості надання нашої реабілітаційної допомоги і в здоров'ї наших військовослужбовців, які отримують достатній спектр обстежень та лікувань у нас на курорті.
В період післявоєнного часу мільйони людей будуть потребувати психологічної, фізичної реабілітації. І це не тільки військові, це і волонтери, і люди, які доторкнулись до війни, це переселенці, це всі, кого застала. Війна стала народною, вона зачепила кожну родину. Тому обов'язковим важливим фактором це буде реабілітація, як фізична, так і психологічна населення України. Для військового сьогодні не стільки ще психологічна адаптація, а зрозуміння себе, ким він буде в період післявоєнного часу. Сьогодні він зі зброєю в руках захищає державу, а потім, склавши зброю, ким він повернеться назад, уже в Україну післявоєнного періоду. Тому наша профспілка займається саме цим. Визначення його ролі, його світобачення, його перенавчання, можливо, повернення до суспільного життя, працевлаштування, відстоювання його прав і інтересів. Тому це все комплекс, цілий комплекс, щоб людина якби не тільки пройшла реабілітацію, а ще й повернулася якби новою здоровою людиною в суспільство. Міжнародна спільнота може підтримати наш проект, може долучитися до нього, допомогти фінансово. Це може бути безпосередня допомога самій профспілці захисників України, або це може бути допомога благодійному фонду чи через якийсь благодійний фонд. Ми готові нашим партнерам показати всю модель, як відбувається реабілітація на базі УКРПРОФОЗДОРОВНИЦЯ і бути якби до цього якби дотичним, що безпосередньо можна буде відслідкувати кожну людину, яка проходить цю реабілітацію, і саме головне по собівартості.
In the past 2 years, war changed more than it changed in the past 20 years. The massive use of drones made old tactics obsolete. Yet, the war brings the old fruits: devastation, broken people, separated families. By helping Ukraine today, you will make sure that we develop new tactics and strategies of bringing peace back to Ukraine. And as we live in a much more hostile world, this experience would much be needed in the future, and Ukraine will share it with great pleasure. If you have any questions or you want to help in any meaningful way, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for your time, and goodbye.